Sometimes the hardest part of the day is not what happened, but everything that stayed unfinished inside you. Not the tasks, not the conversations, not the responsibilities, but the small pauses that never came. The moments where you almost rested but didn't. You moved through the day doing what needed to be done. You answered messages. You made decisions. You adjusted again and again. And still, something feels heavy. Not dramatic, not painful in a way that asks for attention, just quietly heavy. A weight without a story. There is a kind of tiredness that doesn't come from effort, but from constant readiness, being available, being reachable, being slightly alert all the time, even when nothing is urgent, even when no one is asking. It settles gently but persistently, in places you don't immediately notice, in the shoulders that never fully drop, in the jaw that stays a little tight, in the breath you don't completely finish. You don't feel exhausted. You feel held open. Rest doesn't always touch this kind of fatigue. Sleep helps, but not entirely. Weekends soften it, but don't remove it. Because this tiredness is not only in the body, it lives in the space around you. Too many sounds, too many small decisions, too many subtle expectations, too many moments where something is required, even when no one says it out loud. You are not becoming weaker. You are becoming more selective. What once went outward easily now pauses before leaving. What once felt natural now asks a quiet question first. And so your energy begins to move differently, not disappearing, not fading, just changing direction. That is why silence feels different now, why loud joy feels less appealing, why constant enthusiasm feels unnecessary, why simple things begin to feel important in a way they didn't before. Light on a wall, a flower without a purpose, a familiar shape that doesn't explain itself. This is not withdrawal, it is discernment. Your nervous system is learning what it can no longer carry. And beauty becomes important not as decoration, but as relief. Not something to admire, something to rest in. A place where nothing is demanded, where nothing needs improvement. A flower does not ask for your attention. It simply exists. And that is enough. You don't need to improve tonight. You don't need clarity. You don't need to understand everything. You don't need a plan. You need moments where nothing is required of you, where your eyes can rest without evaluating, where your thoughts can slow without being useful, where time stretches gently without being filled. This is not giving up. This is settling. A quieter form of strength, one that does not prove itself, one that does not hurry, one that knows it doesn't need to be loud to be real, and it is allowed. Essay 2. When rest doesn't feel like rest. Sometimes you stop because you're tired, but resting doesn't feel like relief. You sit down, you slow your body, you give yourself permission to pause, and yet something keeps moving inside. Thoughts don't rush, but they don't fully settle either. Your body is still, your mind is quieter, but the sense of completion never arrives. This kind of rest feels unfinished. It's not that you don't know how to relax, it's that relaxation alone is no longer enough. Because what you're carrying is not just physical fatigue, it's the accumulation of small things, unanswered emotions, unprocessed moments, conversations you adapted to instead of expressing. They don't shout, they don't hurt, they simply stay. and they follow you into quiet moments, asking to be acknowledged, not solved. That's why scrolling feels empty, why distractions don't help for long. Your system isn't asking for entertainment, it's asking for space, not more input, less explanation, less urgency, less expectation to feel better right away. Sometimes rest begins not when you stop doing, but when you stop pushing yourself to feel different, when you allow the moment to be exactly what it is, incomplete, unresolved, still enough. Essay 3. Learning to need less. There comes a moment when you realize you don't want more anymore. Not more plans, not more clarity, not more reasons to try harder. What you want is fewer demands placed on your attention. You begin to notice how often you've been carrying things that were never truly yours. Expectations you absorbed quietly. Emotions you softened for others. Paces you matched without choosing. Letting go of them doesn't feel dramatic. It feels subtle, almost ordinary, like setting something down and only later realizing how heavy it was. Needing less is not a failure of ambition, it's a refinement. You start choosing what deserves your energy and what can pass without response. You allow moments to remain simple, a quiet room, a familiar view, a shape or color that doesn't ask to be interpreted. You stop filling the silence just because it's there. And in that space, something steadier appears. Not excitement, not certainty, a gentle sense of enough. Nothing is missing. Nothing needs to be added. For now, this moment is sufficient. And so are you.